Hi there, this is Kevin with RogueDeckBuilder.com, here with another deck that I've been playing around with. This one is a mix between Elfball, the good old Elfball, and the current Junk Re-animator, and this is an extremely fun deck. I have two different games that I can show you. Unfortunately, we lost two of the games from the Grixis, and one of the game from the red deck wins. I won the red deck wins 2-0, and I beat the Grixis in game 3. And I think we did get the exciting game 3 of the Grixis. So I think this one was game 2 against red deck wins. So yeah, because there was no die roll and he chose to play first, so this was game 2. So here we go. So he leads off with a Stormkirk Noble, which is awesome that the Deathrite Shaman can block it and survive. So I'll pay the 2 and play it. And I will block. If he removes it. If not, then yeah. So anyway, he doesn't have it, and it looks like he's stuck on one land. I don't know why these red deck wins keep one land hands unless he's got a ton of 1-drops. But I'm able to mulch, and that was a great mulch. Got 3 lands out of that. Mulch is so hit or miss. I've been very lucky so far with my mulches, especially only running 20 lands. That one got me 3. So good old random shuffler in Magic. Mulch can really hit sometimes. So anyway, he So we get Unburial Rights and a Soul of the Harvester in the graveyard, which is awesome. So we can Unburial Rights that. And, not a land for us to add a mana, but at least we can Unburial Rights that pretty soon. So we're looking good. So he swings into the Cackler. We're okay right now. He can't swing with that Noble. He still seems to be stuck on 1 mana. So play the Archdruid, and now he's really in a tough position. He can't attack with the Cackler or his Archdruid. So Shredbeak, and he doesn't swing, so this game's looking like ours. And we will Unburial Rights the Soul Harvester. And now we have card advantage galore, and I don't see us losing this game. So he hits his land drop this time, but it's way too late. He's able to kill 2 with the Flames of Firebrand, but he still can't attack into my Soul Harvester. So we'll play another Deathrite Shaman. Now our Deathrite Shaman has so much utility here. He can gain us. We're down to 10, but he can gain us so much life, and 2 of them is going to basically make us unable to beat here. And we have 2 targets right now in the graveyard. If the red deck does decide to use even more, we'll have more targets to exile and do damage to him. Otherwise, we have 2 creatures that we can gain life from. So we're in good shape here. And we're going to draw a gazillion cards. So we'll put out the Elvish Archdruid, keep drawing cards here. And next turn we have 4 mana from Elvish Archdruid, which can basically cast anything. If we hit a Craterhoof, next turn it's over. So he looks like he's got his land drop, and he does swing with the Hell Rider, but he's dead here. So I think he just scoops here because I'm able to clear his board. Yeah. So the very anticlimactic game just shows you. I just want to take that one to show you how fast this Elfball can get off with Unburial Rights. Gives it a whole other dimension that I don't think Elfball from the past block or the past standard when Innistrad and Scars Mirrodin were in rotation. They didn't use Unburial Rights, but as you can see, you can hit a Craterhoof Behemoth like 4th turn with 4 guys out, and that's game. And that's what happened in the Grixis match. Is I first turned Arbor Elf, second turned 2 more Deathrite Shamans, and third turn I played an Elvish Archdruid and swung for 6, and then the following turn I was able to get a Craterhoof Behemoth off, and it was well over enough damage. So extremely fast deck, very resilient as well. You can hardcast everything. The Restoration Angel Thragtusk combination can come in and make it a nightmare for any like Celestia aggro, Azorius humans, zombies, and red deck wins. So far this deck is very good. I'll try to run into the standard tournament and see how it goes and post the results. But we'll go on to game number 2 here, or match number 2 rather. And this one is versus Grixis, and I think this is game 3. So like I said, I lost game 1 to an Olivia came out and wiped my board and just went to town on me. And this one, I'm doing very good. Maybe this is game 2. Maybe this is the short one no, this is the long one. Okay. So he appetites and grabs the Restoration Angel here, and then he goes through a series of incredible draws on me because I'm looking great. I'm looking like I'm going to be able to overwhelm him here. All I need is a Mulch or a Salvage to try to find a threat in the graveyard, and you know I'm just gonna win here in one turn. But he gets a pillar and a Snapcaster Pillar, and is able to wipe all most of my significant creatures. I do have one more Deathrite Shaman left, so that was a very good draw of his. And then I decided to attack into the Snapcaster. I don't know if that's the best move, but I lose an Arbor Elf, and he dreadboards the Deathrite Shaman. So now we're down to 2 and 2 cards, and I draw Unburial Rights with basically no real good target. But I'll Restoration Angel here and hope he doesn't have anything, but he does. He has a Syncopate. So it's not only does the Syncopate stop the Restoration Angel, it completely removes it, so I can Unburial Rights it, which is annoying. And now I'm drawn dead, and I can't attack into his Rakdos Key Rune. So I don't know why he activated the Rakdos Key Rune there. Did he? Yeah, that was pointless. Completely pointless to activate his Rakdos Key Rune there. Unless I'm missing something, which I don't think I am. I just think that yeah, because he's going to dissipate my Unburial Rights here, but allows me afterwards to attack. I mean, I guess he couldn't have activated his Key Rune anyway. He wouldn't have had the mana. I could have attacked anyway, so I don't know what was up with that. So yeah, then he gets the Curse, which now I can't play any 1/1s. So I just decided, since I drew a Severed Bloodline, to Unburial Rights a Deathrite Shaman, and maybe I can kill him by exiling sorceries. There's tons of them in the graveyard. But he tops Sever the Bloodline, gets rid of it. Once again, not only just gets rid of the Deathrite Shaman, but exiles it, so I can Unburial Rights it back. So we're both into top deck mode here, and I decided just to cast a Visionary for a card, and do get an Elvish Archdruid, which is good, which means all my other elves will come into play as 2/2s, not 1/1s. But he Tormod's Crypt, and so I decide better get some value out of my graveyard before it gets exiled. So I get an Elvish Visionary and decide to Grizzly Salvage, but this is bad Grizzly Salvage for me because now he's really going to Tormod's Crypt it and get a lot of value out of it. So I know that's going to happen, and maybe I should have taken the just a Visionary here, but I decided to take the Craterhoof Behemoth for late game. But I wanted to see that Vraska. I did not want to see it go in the graveyard. So he exiles my graveyard, and Izzet Charms my Druid. So we're back to square one again, top decking. And I draw 1/1, so I can't cast it. And he draws a land, so still got some time. And another Salvage hits, which is good. Fills up our graveyard, but we miss pretty badly. We don't really have a great target in the graveyard for Unburial Rights. We do have an Archdruid, which we will Rights back into play, and that'll make it so we can play our Arbor Elf, and then we can swing for a hopefully game here if we can get them online. So I will cast these two, and I decided just to go for it, get as much damage as possible in here before possibly another curse comes out. And I miscalculate here. I thought I had him dead, but I forgot about the curse minusing my behemoth as well. So it gets down to 1. So he's not quite dead here. Top decks a pillar and gets rid of my... That was the best top deck ever because it allows him to clear my board completely and a perfect mana to sever my Craterhoof Behemoth. So now back to square one, and the behemoth is exiled. So even if I draw an Unburial Right, can't Unburial Rights it back. So a sever in my hand and completely stale board. So I got a lot of 1/1s I can't cast. I do have a couple more Deathrite Shamans that if I get off the top of my deck that I can kill if he can't respond to it. So he draws a land, I draw a land, and Groot comes down, which is awesome. Right now it'll take me 2 turns, 2 beasts. And I decide to draw cards here. just in case. I probably should have made another beast, and then I could have swung for the win, as it can only block 1. But I decided I better try for some card advantage. Plus I had the other Grook in hand, so make another beast. Now next turn, if he doesn't have an answer, I can swing into him, and he can only block 1. He's able to Izzet Charm. He's searching for answers here, and then gets a Forbidden Alchemy, and he finds an Olivia here. Throws out the Olivia, but I got to sever the bloodline. And I'm able to just take the game here because he only has... And he tapped his lands wrong anyway, so he couldn't activate his Keyrune if he wanted to. So I think it would have been over anyway even if I didn't have that sever, because he did tap his lands wrong and he wouldn't be able to activate his Keyrune. So anyway, that was just a little representation of what this deck can do. You don't see Grixis very often in the meta. You do see red deck wins a ton. So we'll play some more games, see how it goes. I did lose to a 4-color control, but it's a really weird deck. I mean, ground sealed. He got a second turn ground seal, both second and third game. So I mean, right there, that completely shut me down. And then Olivia's won both games as well. So anyway, this has been another presentation from RogueDeckBuilder.com. This is Kevin. Thanks for watching.